Welcome back, everybody. I triggered the vote party. We gotta go to what party, everybody? It's party time. I triggered the party. Let's go. Come on. I'm ready for the party. Yeah, party time. Get all the gems. It's been so long since I've been to a gem party. It's been so long since I've been to any party, for that matter. That's probably a lie, I'm gonna be honest. Don't fact check me. But anyways, gem party, everybody! Gem party! I love that they spawn in the lake. I love that. That's so much fun, having them spawn in the lake. I don't think they can spawn in the snow, so that's why there's like a lack of spawning areas. But look at it, it's a gem party! How many are we gonna get? Guess right now how many we're gonna get. I think we're gonna get like 345. 345 gems. That's how much I think we're going to get. And I hope I'm right, because that would be really cool. That would be so funny if I guessed that right. I'm probably not gonna guess it right, but you know. How much? 310. Dang it, I was pretty close. Speaking of gym party, it's because I voted. So let's open our vote crates. Ready, 3, 2, 1, go! Begin. And I feel like I have so many glow squids, so I'll go glow squid. Whatever. Begin. Gem shards. A sniffer. Gem shards. There we go. Heck yeah! Alright, and then we gotta go open some AFK crates. I think we have enough for 20. Haha, we do. Let's open all of them. We're opening all of them right now. Well, we got 2 Martian helmets. Oh, I got jewel crate key though. And another vote crate key. Look at that. Go. Snowfox. Don't mind if I do. And then the jewel crate key. Oh, what do I want? I want everything. I want all of it. Spawner crate keys would be really cool. Spawner crate keys, okay. Manifesting spawner crate keys. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go! Oh, no spawner crate keys. Do I want another jeweled elytra, or do I want a jeweled fishing rod? I feel like jeweled elytras have more uses. I'll be honest. I feel like they have more uses. We have to go home and we have to deposit all this. So we're gonna go in this chest, and then we're gonna deposit all of this stuff right here. And then we're gonna deposit our Martian helmets into here. And then into here, we're gonna put our beacons. And then in here, we're gonna put all of our plushies. And, ooh, I actually didn't have a sniper. Yeah, I was right. These are all duplicates. I had an extra birds for some reason. I feel like I could put them on the auction house for a little bit cheaper. I feel like, I mean, at this point, I don't really need the money. But I don't want to just flood them in the economy either. I kind of want to, you know, still make it a little bit fair. So let's sell it for 150 grand. That is, oh yeah, that's 150 grand. Because, I mean, 150 grand isn't that hard to get. Neither is 250 grand, I guess, but 150 is a little bit more reasonable for the people who don't really have 436 million like I do. So hopefully that helps people out a little. And then let's go back. We gotta open day 16. Oh wait, I didn't even say welcome back to 25 days of Gemgrove with peach syrup in the little corner of there. He's right above my head. And right above my head. They're standing on my head. Oh, they're so skilled. So it's day 16. Let's see what we get. What do you think? What do you guys think we're gonna get? I feel like we're gonna get another present. I feel like this has been a theme. I feel like we're gonna get another present. So, ready? 3, 2, 1, claim! Oh, I was wrong. I got Christmas bells. These are so pretty. Hold on. Let's put one in the log. Have to. And then let's go home. And then we place the Christmas bells. Here. Here. What do I place them on? Do I place them? Ah! Oh, that's so cool. That is so amazing. Wait, hold on. Huzzah! That looks so cute. Look at it. It's so pretty up there. I'm gonna leave it there. I'm gonna leave it there for now. I mean, why not? This is so awesome. I'm gonna place my snowman right here. So he can be with the other Christmas stuff. Bells, you're on your own. But the rest of the Christmas stuff, yeah. So, one last thing that we have to do for our preliminary matters for the episode is the Christmas grades. We have to summon Rudolph. Rudolph, please. Oh my, you know what? We keep opening them here, and I don't feel like this is a good luck spot. Where did we open Rudolph before that we got the good luck spot? I feel like it was the Lake of Dreams. Lake of Dreams has never let me down, ever. Not once. Not a single time. Do not clip me. Do not go back and fact check me. I don't need it. But the Lake of Dreams has never let me down. Now that Asterion is in the water watching over us, I feel like we have even more luck on our side right now. So let's just go. Let's just spitfire. We're going to open all of them at once. Ready, 3, 2, 1, go. We're opening. We're opening. We're opening every single last one of them. No. No Rudolphs. No Rudolphs. That's okay. That's okay. I didn't need the Rudolph. I didn't need it. Did I want the Rudolph? Yeah, I did. I did want the Rudolph, actually. Thanks for asking. But I didn't need it. I didn't need it. So, I didn't really have much planned for this episode, but I did have something planned. It's something I've been putting off for a really long time. And I don't even know if anyone remembers at this point. But a long time ago, Moo Cow, she decided that she was going to create like a library of sorts. And she asked everyone to write like a short story. I told her I was going to do it on video, and I never did it. So I don't know if you still want them, Moo, but that's what I'm doing for this episode. So what we're going to do is I'm thinking we create 2 short stories. And I don't know how to make a book and quill. Don't tell me how to make it because I'm not going to remember. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the banner shop. I'm going to go to Creator's Banner Shop, and I'm going to buy 2 book and quills here. And that's how I'm going to do it. So we are going to go for inspiration. Let's go find inspiration. I feel like the best inspiration that we can get right now is from the gigantic skull. We have to create a story. We have to write it on the nose. On the nose, everybody, on the nose. Facing the town of Gemgrove, the city of Gemgrove, who we are defending now. We are the defenders of the land of Gemgrove from Vladimir. So, I feel like it's only right that we do it while looking over Gemgrove and, making sure everything's safe. So, what do we want this to be called? What is our story going to be about? I feel like our story is going to be about a little skeleton. A little skeleton. So, Mr. Skeleton Man. Where does Mr. Skeleton Man start his adventure? I feel like Mr. Skeleton Man starts his adventure in the graveyard. Once upon a time, there was a tiny little skeleton named... What's his name? I feel like Fred is a good name. Fred and Toby. Fred and Toby. Fred or Toby. Do I like Fred or Toby most? I think Fred fits the most. Okay. Once upon a time, there was a tiny little skeleton named Fred. Fred started... No, he didn't start. Fred awoke in a cold, damp, dry place. Cold, damp, and dry? No, that doesn't make sense. Cold, damp, and dark place. Where was he? Here. He asked. Wait, no, that doesn't make any sense. Where am I? Fred asked himself. He looked around for any source of light he could find. But alas, he could not find any light to save his bones. What does Fred do? Okay, Fred is going to make a gruesome discovery. He doesn't know he's a skeleton yet. He doesn't. I might have just spoiled the story for you, but that's what I'm going for. That's what we're trying to aim for in this story. He felt achy and a little bit dry. Hold on. Next page. That's weird. Fred thought to himself. Why would he be dry in a damp place? Certainly, he can feel the dampness in the air, but his skin is as dry as dirt. Wait a second. This is dirt! Fred exclaims. Fred jumps up from where he was once laying and ran as fast as he could to the nearest exit. Fred saw a glimpse of light in the horizon and bolted for it as fast as he could. Have I been kidnapped? Oh, kidnapped? Where am I? What happened to me? Fred thought worryingly. I don't think that's a word, but you know what? We're going with it. It's worryingly. Fred thought worryingly. All Fred could do was think of the worst possible scenarios. Every horrible thought raced through his mind. Now, all the what is it? What is it called? What is it called? True crime? All the true crime documentaries aren't helping my thoughts here. Fred thought. No. Fred thought. Wait, no. Hold on. Fred thought. Let's change this thought. Helping my case here. Here we go. Fred thought. Fred watched many docu-series in his lifetime, and every time a person wakes up in a dark, damp, isolated place, it could never be a good sign. Fred finally reaches the door at the end of the corridor. He opened. How do I know? Finally. Please, please, please be open. Fred exclaimed. Wait, no. Fred said out loud to himself. Fred slowly reaches for the door handle, twists, and is blinded by the... Is he blinded? Because it's nighttime. No, it's daytime. Blinded by the sunlight. In this guy, no, blinded by the sunlight. His eyes had been adjusted to the darkness. And it would take a second for his... take a second to be able to see properly. Fred walks out the door with his hands held above his eyes, squinting. A few moments pass when he is able to see clearly. Oh no, Fred said. Fred muttered quietly. What Fred saw on the other side of that door changed him forever. Fred was in a graveyard. the dirt, dirt on his skin was actual dirt from being buried. Was I buried alive? How am I here right now? Quick. I have to find a mirror. Where does he go next? He goes to the parking lot. Fred bolts for the parking lot, hoping he'd find a parked car he could look in the glass. He could look at to see his reflection. Fred is weirdly unbalanced, shaky, and kind of freaky. He doesn't think anything about it though. This can't be real. This can't be happening, Fred exclaimed. Fred reaches the parking lot. There are a few parked cars in the... There are a few parked cars, and Fred... Oh yeah, there are a few parked cars, most of which are really old and don't give off much of a shine. Bingo. That's the one, Fred said to himself. He ran to the sparkly, newly washed car he sees across the parking lot. It's almost as if time slows down in this moment. Fred approaches the car and what does he do? And he is too stunned to speak, move, or even think. Next page. I have a page in between. He is a skeleton. How could this have happened? Fred screams. Nothing is making sense right now. How could his eyeballs hurt from the sun if he doesn't have any eyeballs? How could he feel the damp air if he doesn't have real skin? How could he walk if he doesn't have any muscles? Fred takes a few steps back. Time to reassess. Is that the right word? Is that how you spell it? Actually, time to reassess. Think, Fred. What do we do now? Fred carefully thinks about all the possible next steps for him. He doesn't even know how long this will last. Will this be forever? Or will it be temporary? If it's temporary, he needs to get as many answers as he possibly can before he vanishes. Gravestone! I have to have a gravestone! Fred shouts. Fred, where would you go in a graveyard? I don't actually know how that works. Do you just pick a random spot? Is it alphabetical? I don't know. Fred bolts to the newly developed part of the graveyard where it is most likely for his gravestone to lie. Lie? Lie. Lie. Lie? Which lie is it? Lie? Lay. Lay. Lay? Lie. I don't know which one it is. I'm not that good at English. So let's see. For his newly gravestone to lie. It feels like hours, but at the same time, it feels like seconds have gone by while searching for his gravestone. Finally, he stumbles across what seems to be his gravestone. Here lies Fred. What's his last name? Dee Fazbare. There's a play on Fred Dee Fazbare. How old is he? Fred is 16. How many years ago is that? How many years ago is 16? Oh god, I'm so bad at math. 2008. Is it 2008? 2008 to 2024. What else does it say? Great son and even greater brother, because he had a brother. Brother. Great son and an even greater brother. Fred weeps to himself quietly. What does he do now? He's got his answer. What kind of sick prank is this? He doesn't even know how he died. Doesn't even know how he died. Doesn't know when he died. How long has he been in the ground? How come he didn't wake up how come he didn't wake up by his gravestone, but instead the tombs? So many unanswered questions. Fred spends what seems like an eternity at his gravestone. Eventually, Fred falls asleep. Good night, Fred. Fred whispers. As the moonlit sky approaches in the horizon, Fred slowly vanishes into the moonlight. To be continued. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, this looks good. Okay, let's read this. Alright. You guys ready? Once upon a time, there was a tiny little skeleton named Fred. Fred awoke in a cold, damp, and dark place. Where am I? Fred asked himself. He looked around for any source of light he could find, but alas, he could not find any light to save his bones. He felt achy and a little bit dry. That's weird, Fred thought to himself. Why would he be dry in a damp place? Certainly he can feel the dampness in the air, but his skin is as dry as dirt. Wait a second, this is dirt! Fred exclaims. Fred jumps up from where he was once laying and ran as fast as he could to the nearest exit. Fred saw a glimpse of light in the horizon and bolted for it as fast as he could. Have I been kidnapped? Where am I? What happened to me? Fred thought worryingly. All Fred could do was think of the worst possible scenarios. Every horrible thought raced through his mind. All the true crime documentaries aren't helping my case right now. Or aren't helping my case here, Fred thought. Fred watched many a docuseries in his lifetime, and every time a person wakes up in a dark, damp, isolated place, it can never be a good sign. Fred finally reaches the door at the end of the corridor. Finally, please, please, please be open, Fred said out loud to himself. Fred slowly reaches for the door handle, twists, and is blinded by sunlight. His eyes had been adjusted to the darkness, and it would take a second to be able to see properly. Fred walks out the door, with his hand held above his eyes, squinting. A few moments pass when he is able to see clearly. Oh no, Fred muttered quietly. What Fred saw on the other side of that door would change him forever. Fred was in a graveyard. The dirt on his skin was actual dirt from being buried. Was I buried alive? How am I here right now? Quick, I have to find a mirror. Fred bolts for the parking lot, hoping he'd find a parked car he could look at to see his reflection. Fred is weirdly unbalanced, shaky, and kind of creaky. He doesn't think anything about it, though. This can't be real. This can't be happening, Fred exclaimed. Fred reaches the parking lot. There are a few parked cars, most of which are really old and don't really give much of a shine. Bingo, that's the one, Fred said to himself. He ran to the sparkly new washed car he sees across the parking lot. It's almost as if time slows down in this moment. Fred approaches the car, and he is too stunned to speak, move, or even think. He is a skeleton. How could this have happened? Fred screams. Nothing is making sense right now. How could his eyeballs hurt from the sun if he doesn't have any eyeballs? How could he feel the damp air if he doesn't have real skin? How could he walk if he doesn't have any muscles? Fred takes a few steps back. Time to reassess. Think, Fred. What do we do now? Fred carefully thinks about all the possible next steps for him. He doesn't even know how long this will last. Will this be forever, or will it be temporary? If it's temporary, he needs to get as many answers as we possibly can before he vanishes. Gravestone. I have to have a gravestone, Fred shouts. Fred bolts to the newly developed part of the graveyard where it is most likely for his gravestone to lay. It feels like hours, but at the same time it feels like seconds have gone by while searching for his gravestone. Finally, he stumbled across what seems to be his gravestone. Here lies Fred Dee Fazbare, 2008 to 2024. A great son and an even greater brother. Fred weeps to himself quietly. What does he do now? He's got his answer. What kind of sick prank is this? He doesn't even know how he died. He doesn't know when he died. How long has he been in the ground? How come he didn't wake up by his gravestone, but instead the tombs? So many unanswered questions. Fred spends what seems like an eternity at his gravestone. Eventually, Fred falls asleep. Good night, Fred whispers. As the moonlit sky approaches in the horizon, Fred slowly vanishes into the moonlight. To be continued. Sign. What's the title? Fred, no, it's not Fred the Skeleton. What is Fred the Skeleton? But you don't know he's a skeleton until, like, page, 11. So Fred. I feel like it's just Fred. The book title is Fred. Fred's catastrophe. No, can't do that. Fred's disaster. But no. Fred, Volume 1. Oh. Volume 1. Sign and close. Okay, well that took a little bit longer than I thought it was going to. So I'm gonna give this to Moo now. Fred B1. Okay, haha! There we go. There he is. Should be continued. Alright, Moo. I really hope you picked this up and no one else. Yes! She has it! Okay, maybe next episode we can write another story. I didn't think I was gonna go that deep into it. I thought it was gonna be like 4 pages and that was gonna be it, but no, I just kept going. So anyways, I hope all of you enjoyed today's episode. Make sure you join us on Gemgrove. We are on Java 1.21.1. The IP is played.gemgrove.gg. And if you play the server and you decide to support us on the premium store, make sure you use code KEIRAZ at checkout. That's KEIRAZ for an extra 5% off your entire purchase. It supports both me and the server. And I will see you guys all on day 17 of 25 days of Gemgrove. Bye-bye!